Good morning, everybody. Hello.
Shola, good morning.
Good
Happy
morning.
Tuesday. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Yeah, it's been a good day so far here.
Super.
Good morning. But what have you? What's today been, and how's it going with?
Today it's been really good. Definitely love knowing that I need to check out my stats in the PM tool right before the call. That's actually been a prompt of mine, like at least like a minute or two, like 5 minutes, like habit stacking, James Clear style. So like 5 minutes before this call, I make sure I look at the stats. So that's been good. The other thing is that I've really been moving forward with my reading, and the third thing is that yeah, I've been making some headway with my outreach, and it's only anecdotal, but I feel like as my content schedule has been increasing, I having people reach out to me, and I even have had some people join the mailing list now, which is feeling really good, right? Like the momentum. The big win between yesterday and today is that I had the interview go really well with someone that I think I'm going to bring on board. I interviewed two people, and basically it was like I wanted to let the results of the two interviews dictate to me who I was going to move forward with. So I thought I was going to be the first candidate, ended up being the second candidate, and I already like paid her for the initial project. So it's good to have that in the books, because I was on the books for a while, right? To start delegating some stuff after the off button. I would say the main thing that I think I want to focus on, well, there's a lot. The list of to-dos that I posted yesterday is probably going to last for 2 weeks. But one of the things that I want to start leaning into a little bit more is using my content templates. So the big analogy that probably makes sense is that comedians seem like they always have something witty to say, right? But that's just because they have content templates, right? So it's like the whole idea is that uh, I want to, even within my conversational content, I kind of want to have a structure for it. So, as an example, one kind of content template is to mention a framework called the old way versus the new way. So, when you're talking about any big idea, it's always helpful to frame for the listener what the old way versus the new way is, because the contrast creates a powerful visual for somebody, right? So, as an example, just me having this really quick conversation with you, I could say like the old way of thinking about producing content as a thought leader on social media is to come up with a list of ideas you vet from someplace else and then sit down and create those videos. The new way is the new conversational content method that I'm using speaking with you, which is that you just have natural language conversations with people, and then big ideas bubble to the surface as a result of talking to really interesting conversational partners. So what I've just done is have a conversational content session with you, but I'm using one of the templates, which is the old way and the new way, right? So I want to have about 4 or 5 of those kind of templates, and every time I go to have a conversation with someone, I can use it to like structure the conversation, not only so that I get the most out of it, but also when eventually is recorded and we repurpose the content, then it's easy to get really good clips out of it. So there you have it. The conversational content, and one of the frameworks is the old way versus the new way.
Yeah. So you're planning on using like a few weeks, right? To have like you were saying like 6.
Yeah, I want to remember them. So actually one of the things that, as you asked me that question, and sidebar, you just like your follow-up questions, you really are in your zone of genius with your follow-up questions, because I get the sense that they come very organic to you, and I get the sense sometimes you don't really realize how useful they are, and that's just part of like what makes something your zone of genius. Like you just do it easily. So I just want to give you that compliment for the day. That's the only compliment. Yeah, but to answer your question, I think that probably until I have to memorize like second nature, and this is a best practice that I can kind of share with you and for anybody who listens to this, I probably need to write them down and just have them next to my desk so that I can read them off. And not necessarily read them off and recite them, but so I see like as a reference. And so eventually, after I've used them so many times, I can have a natural conversation with someone, and the right quote unquote conversational content template based upon our exchange will pop up in my my head, right? Another conversational content template is analogies, right? So people tend to just really get analogies um, in general. So I just want to know, I just want to have like 4 or 5 of those. And if you play your cards right, you could use like 4 or 5 different templates in the same vein or same conversation. Allow me to use analogy, right? So a really good uh, a musician might know like 4 or 5 like kind of scales, or let's just say riffs from songs. And it's like you can put them in a jam session, and because they know 4 or 5 like kind of standard riffs or chords, they can just string along those 4 or 5 different like chords, and you have common chords in different songs, right?